campaign of banning seizure, how many members? I know you are the lead campaigner, but how many groups, how many other civil society organizations you have contacted, and how is it going?
Um, to be honest with you, in terms of civil society organization, I remember in 2021, Liberia, which we wrote the National Civil Society Council of Liberia, who is, our umbrella organization. And then few individual civil society organization or CBO came on board, and we took the campaign outdoor as well. Now that we doing the under the banner of both Restoring Hope Foundation International and Justice from Liberia, uh, we are still continuing with it in that manner. But hugely, the volunteers of Restoring Hope Foundation International are the ones that are actually now on the bandwagon, and we are pushing it day by day. Even this morning, we went to a school, a Catholic school in District 6 called what is the name of it? Somewhere around the president's house, and so we are going every morning from one school to another during devotion time. We spend about 2 3 minutes and talk to the young people about the danger of these substances, which and especially shisha, which is growing by the day, and the danger that lies beneath it is something that we can't just sit there and watch young people, our future leaders, dying or putting substances in their body that will kill them in the next 20, 15 years as well. So we are concerned, and we really, 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 really want this to be out of our country, like how other countries have also done.
Okay, folks, if you just joining us, welcome. This is a reminder you're listening to the roundtable here on Blaze FM 90.7. I have with me Ambassador Maxime Pacquiao, who is the lead campaigner of the banning of seizure in Liberia. But he is the founder and former executive director of Justice Forum Liberia, founder and CEO of Restoring Hope Foundation International, the institution or the organization that is pushing for the banning of seizure in Liberia. One of the lead campaigners who have been calling for the establishment of a war and economic crimes court for Liberia, a humanitarian advocate and a well-known international journalist based in that's the UK. Ambassador Parker is also here today. We'll be looking at other issues, but today basically we are being specific on the issue of seizure. So why, if the legislature play deaf ear to this?
Um, our prayer is that they wouldn't, because they are all mothers, they are fathers, they are grandparents as well, and we pray for that, not for them to give deaf ears. But what we have decided to do, in fact, like I said, while we serve this petition, we are still continuing with the awareness raising, like what we are doing right here now. So even by the time we finish with this show, and at least one or two young people or one or two persons who have been smoking shisha by the day would say, well, by virtue of this information, I am no longer going to go to that entertainment place. I will no longer go to a party and request or sit around to smoke shisha. And so we intend to continue. In fact, Philip, we are even organizing the first Say No to Drugs football tournament in Dupo, let's say in the Duboro community. Hopefully on the 19th of April, we are going to start that. And we are also hoping that our planning now is to go nationwide. In fact, we are now trying to map the whole country, even two, three counties. We put them together, and we'll have an awareness, sporting activities. While that is going on, we are distributing information. We are sharing information. We are sharing, ideas, and also raising awareness. So it's not something we are going to stop right now, even if the lawmakers happen to put a stamp on it and say, yes, this thing must be banned in Liberia. We are still now going to rest. We will continue with the advocacy. We'll continue to raise awareness surrounding coach and shisha, these dangerous, very dangerous chemicals that people are putting in their bodies.
And you told us earlier on that you submitted this entire research to the 54th National Legislature back in 2022.
2023,
2023 rather.
yeah, on the side of campaign times.
Okay, so it was campaign time, and you resubmitted it to the 55th Legislature in the House of Representatives in 2025.
Yeah, just 2 3 weeks ago,
3 weeks.
before the last week before they went for recess.
Oh,
Yeah, that was week before last.
okay.
Yeah.
So is it only the House of Representatives you're going to submit this to, or there are plans that you reach to the Senate and maybe a minute portion of the executive?
Well, what we have decided to do is, because lawmaking comes from down there,
Yeah.
and they are responsible to actually enforce laws as well. So even the smoking in general that has been banned for, public smoking that has been banned for years, people are still breaking the rules as well. So even that, we even included in our petition to calling on the lawmakers to reinforce this particular law, that public smoking is a no to it. So what we are going to do, like what I told you, we went and served this petition to the Minister of Health, uh, telling her that, look, we have served this petition to the House, and we even reference you in the petition. So why we anticipate that you will be called upon for you to go and explain, or to tell the people, or to tell them about what you know about Kush and Shisha. In the meantime, this is our petition. So we left it. Tomorrow, we are also meeting the Liberia National Police, head of Liberia National Police. We're going to have meeting, and we're also going to serve our petition to the minister. We are also to the IG. Sorry, we are also going to see the Minister of Information as well, and we will serve our petition to them. We will also go to see the head of the LDEA and serve our petition to them, because all of us are doing the same work as well. And even our tournament that we are planning to hold, we're going to invite all of them to come there. They also can be doing the campaign as well, while we all fight together to actually make sure that indeed drugs are kicked out of Liberia.
So the campaign that you have started, are you going to decentralize it? Is it going to go all over the country, or you are beginning with Montserrat and then gradually you be moving from county to county?
Yeah, exactly. So that's why we are launching this particular football. Let's say no to drugs football tournament. Maybe in the next round, where we are hoping now to do it on a larger scale. Like I said, we are right now working on the mapping exercise, where we are actually demarcating the country and divide it into region. If there are 2 3 uh, counties, we put them together, and then in the future now we are going to have these tournaments, including kickball and football, where we bring everybody together. Imagine 3 counties meeting in one place. Younger
And
people,
what are those
young
counties?
people. No, I mean that's we're doing that now. The mapping
you-
exercise
you-
going on
okay,
now.
okay,
Yeah,
you're
the
getting on
mapping
the
exercise
mapping
going.
exercise,
Yeah,
okay.
going on now. Wherein we put them together that way. But the kick off now, like I said, will be on the 19th of April. That would be right here
In Montserrat.
in Montserrat County, but Dupo Road particularly, we are going to have it there, where we're just going to inculcate four football teams. It's just going to be a day tournament, and we're going to have it, and then from there we sell prizes to people, and then while the football is going on, we will then be distributing leaflets, and then we'll be using the amplifier, the PA system, to actually talk to our people and increase our voices in raising awareness on the danger of coach and seizure, but particularly drugs in general.
Okay, let's look at the issue of Kush, because you keep mentioning the issue of Kush,
Yeah.
which is very important as well.
Mhm.
So, what what is it that the whole Kush thing is currently doing? I know people will say our children taking Kush, and they are being affected. They're going mad, other thing.
Yeah.
So, how is your organization is more concerned about the whole Kush thing instead of either the Ministry of Health or probably the government entity responsible for the drugs, like
You,
the LDA?
you know, Philip, I've been running charitable organization like this in the UK and the United Kingdom government, normally they spend good bit of money giving to local, community-based organization that have come in to intervene as well to help the government uh, and buttress the effort of fighting anything that society can benefit from. So it's the same old thing that I thought that it should be done here. Why the government is, I mean, doing her part to say, well, we are fighting drugs and whatsoever. We, those that are live in the community where the drugs are, where the dealers are, where the consumers are, it is prudent that we also get involved as well. So that's why we have decided to get involved. Mind you, I remember in 2022, I saw the first awareness protest by women from the Soniwan community, right in front of the University of Liberia. There, I was just on my business. I saw the mothers standing up there, and I went to ask them as to why were they there, and they told me that their children were dying of push, and at least two mothers were there who lost, between them they lost three children, and that really hit me hard. I spent time with them. I forgot about what I was going for that to do that day. I spent time with them. I in fact chat up bosses. We went to the health ministry and also raised our concern to the health minister as well and say, look, Dr. Jala, the former health minister, we want you on board to fight this disease as well. As we speak right now, even we included this in our petition. The bowl water side has become a point of concern to us. Every time and then they are receiving and confiscating huge amount of kush from Sierra Leone. So 2 3 months ago, we even wrote the president of our country. What we suggested to the president, His Excellency Joseph Nyuma Walker Senior, was to say he's a kind of older person within the Mano River Belt. We suggested to the president in our letter that it would serve well if our president can lead a kind of a Mano River Union meeting between the other two presidents, where they can discuss about this issue of Kuch. Kuch is coming usually from Sierra Leone and spreading right within the Mano River Belt, but especially Liberia is receiving high chunk of this Kush drugs in our country every time and then. It's not small quantity is being confiscated at our
Okay.
borders point, especially the borders border point. So this is why we decided to include Kuch in this particular in the particular petition, calling on the lawmakers to pay keen attention to these chemicals that are destroying our children.
So how are you going to work with this? Are you going to work alongside the LDEA, or have you guys written them as to how you can inform them, telling them that you are against this and there's a need this issue of cool stop in the country?
Oh yeah, 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 definitely. Like I said, even the tournament we are staging now, we have decided to approach them, and that's why we're kicking off our meetings tomorrow with the IG one on one, and from there we'll go to the Minister of Information with the minister. Thank God he's back safe. We're going to meet Minister Pierre as well one on one. We'll serve them the petition as well, and then from there the LDA as well, tell them and then welcome them on board that look, we've been doing this long time and thing. You've been hearing about us, but this time around we want to do it on the wider scale, and we need you people on board so that we all can work together. While you are perhaps, I can say, hunting those who are dealing, and we are in the community too trying to conscientize those who are taking it that it is not good. So
Okay.
before even you reach to the point of maybe confiscating or trying to apprehend those who are doing it, we are in the community now from one point to another trying to raise awareness and advising our young people not to consume any of these chemicals.
Mm. Okay. In the US, according to what I'm seeing here, in the US, um, most states do not allow minors, that is children under the age of
Under 18,
18,
yeah.
to smoke hookah.
Hmm.
Or because some states has placed a total ban on the sale or the use of hookah or shisha
Yeah,
in
yeah,
in America.
yeah, yeah,
In Liberia, let's come to the issue of smoking in public.
yeah.
The government banned smoking in public, but they did not ban the sale of cigarettes.
No.
So I'm kind of concerned about this.
Hmm.
If you say you want the country to put a total ban on shisha, that means it should not be imported, it should not be sold, people should not be seen smoking it. Or it should be like, it should not be smoked in public, but people can carry it to their houses, they can smoke it indoor, and that's fine. Which
Yes.
one?
What we want
Mhm.
is a complete ban on the importation.
Not like the cigarette issue.
No. First of all, it shouldn't even enter the country.
Okay.
That number one, the importation. Then two, the sale of it. It should be also banned. And then anybody who is caught consuming it as well
Mhm.
should be fined as well or face the full weight of the law. There are many, many countries now. The latest countries that I can remember is Tanzania is on the list. Ghana as well is on the list. Um, I know of a lot of countries have actually banned the importation, the sale, and the consumption of shisha. Imagine a country like Afghanistan, if they can ban it, then what's about us? I mean, Afghanistan, that they are even producing what they call pubs. They're producing a high quantity of
Yeah.
um, you know really high class, first class drugs and things. If they can ban something like shisha in their country, Arab country for that matter, that this particular shisha or hookah whole thing came from, if they can ban it, what about us? So if Ghana can ban it, are we? I mean, don't we also love our future generation like Ghana? Are we not civilized also like Ghana as well? We are, and so complete banning is what we're calling for. If even the possibility is there, we can follow the country like the United Kingdom, where public public smoking is completely banned.
But
If
that
you
is
are
here
if you
also
are caught,
public smoking.
it is banned, but it is not enforced. So sometimes, Anthony, Philip, I've been to supermarkets
Okay.
and I've been to some other places that sometimes our visitors or
Mhm.
so-called business people,
Mhm.
somebody will just come walk outside, they're standing there, they're smoking, and they have no idea, or whether they just they just play deaf ear to it, that passive smoking is also serious health problem for anybody. Passive smoking, it means that I can smoke, but I'm sitting down with somebody who's smoking, or I'm passing by somebody who is smoking somewhere that they're not supposed to smoke, and that smoke, once I hear it, that's a passive smoking, and then that too can also harm me. So obviously, the law has not been reinforced for so many years, so
Okay.
it's kind of a relax, and that's why we included it in our petition. We reminded the lawmakers that this law is on the book, but it is not being respected. So please step your foot on this particular law, that public smoking is completely banned, and nobody should continue with it, and people should be punished for public smoking. So that's exactly what we included as well in the petition.
Okay. Hookah or shisha smoking can pose many dangers. Hookah or shisha smoke has high level of harmful chemicals. These include tar, carbon monoxide, heavy metals, and cancer-causing chemicals called uh, carcinogens. I don't know if I pronounce it
Yeah,
right.
carcinogen. Yeah,
Carcinogens. In fact, hookah or shisha smokers are exposed to more carbon monoxide and smoke than are regular cigarette smokers. Smoking hookah or shisha while trying to conceive can cause delays or difficulties in getting pregnant.
yeah,
That is for women.
yeah.
Okay. Now, um, this is it because there are many people who are listening. They will really want to understand some of the. I guess if you have the chance, some of the disadvantages
Yeah.
of smoking shisha because
Hmm.
you are pushing for it to be banned. So I
Yeah, yeah,
don't think it have any advantage, but the disadvantages and the danger in smoking
yeah.
shisha.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Like what you just read, the portion of the petition. Uh, the effects of smoking, especially in general, but particularly because of the quantity of smoke that people take when they happen to draw this the chemical in through that pipe. Was every day. So these are, some of the effects that are attached to it, and we now thinking that, look, this is dangerous, and we should tell the truth to our younger generation so that they can make informed decision. Today, Philip, you are saying, we are seeing it. We are seeing it. Younger people are even dying more than older people.
Exactly.
Grandparents are today burying a lot of young people. It's because of the last lifestyle that we are living. We have decided to live. If you go to this entertainment center, you get concerned that in the next 10, 15 years, these young people who's supposed to be leaders in our community, who's supposed to be championing the forwardness of this nation, will begin to go to hospital that the sickness that they are buying today, $10, $15, will be costing them thousands of dollars. And some of them, they will even tell them that we can't treat this particular sickness here. The disease is beyond us and things. So these are our concern, and we thought that it is prudent that we increase awareness raising surrounding shisha, surrounding coach, so that our young people, future leaders, can make their sound decision against these substances so that they can save their lives as well.
Okay, folks, if you are just joining us, welcome. This is a reminder you're listening to Blaze FM 90.7 and the program, The Roundtable. Today we have as our guest Mr. Maxim Pacquiao, the lead campaigner and the CEO of the Restoring Hope Foundation. And he is here telling us why it is important to ban the sale of shisha or hookah in Liberia as well as kush. Now, can you tell us some disadvantage of taking kush? Can you tell us a little bit, some health complication if you
Oh,
take
coach.
push here.
Well, if I want to share this, as we've been hearing about this coach, is as deadly as any other first class drug that people take. And I was here between 2020, 2021, 2022. And in fact, like I said, when I came across these women protesting and also raising awareness and crying out to government that they needed government to pay attention to this Kush issue. I spoke to two women in that group. Who, between them, they have lost three children, young people, uh, 11th grade, 10th grade or so. And the description that they gave how their children died, in which, of course, they had, they believed that they died of Kush, was really, really horrific and graphic. That once you take it, it reached to the point that it attack your system. Even blood will be coming from your noses, your from your eyes and your mouth, everything. And this is how this drug is so dangerous. And we can also see them visibly. So when they take this particular coach, they are off. They probably this particular medicine, I think, is a drug that people could, I mean, can take to sleep or relax or so.
Okay.
But when you overdose yourself and you don't want to live to the rules of it, then definitely when you wake up, you won't be able to walk. So that's why sometimes when you see them, they stand in one place, they can't walk, their hairs are bent, and they take a step, they want to fall, they are not going to fall, but they just like zombies and things. So that is how this coach actually turned a good human being into. It scattered their brains, and they are not to themselves. They are completely out of this earth once they are when once they have this particular substance in them. So it is dangerous as well.
Okay, so Restoring Hope International Foundation, what if your petition or your plea for the banning of seashore in Liberia doesn't hold, it doesn't yield any fruit from the legislature? What will be your next step?
Well, we will
Which, of
continue.
course, we are not praying for, though.
Yeah, we will continue with our campaign. Um, we are going to engage stakeholders, whether it's the UNDP, whether it's UNICEF, those that we can.
It's the lead campaigner for the banning of the sale of seashell or the importation, not only the sale, because once it is imported, it's going to be
Yeah.
sold out to people, but the importation and the sale of hookah or seashell in Liberia. As a matter of fact, he is the founder and former executive director of Justice Forum Liberia, founder and CEO of Restoring Hope Foundation International, one of the lead campaigners who have been calling for the establishment of a war and economic crimes court in Liberia. So let's begin to hear from you now. Let's begin to hear from you. You can call us up 0777 907 907 and 0887 111 Let's hear from you. Are you with Mr. Pacquiao on this one to ban the sale of shisha in Liberia? Are you with him? If you are with him, tell me why. What have you observed, or what is it that you want to say about Mr. Pacquiao's call for the sale of for the banning of shisha in Liberia? Let's see if we can go to the line and talk to our very first caller. Hello, what's your name? Oh, your radio is too loud. Hello, what's your name?
Sorry, I'm okay. This is Jerry calling from Mambakwe.
Okay, Jerry, welcome. Let's hear you, Jerry. You are live on Blaze
I've been
FM.
monitoring Mr. Pacquiao for the length of the discussion on the youth here for Mambakwe.
Okay.
We need to fight together and make it dream because we observe around our country right now. A few years from now, there'll be no more active leader. There'll be nobody for decision.
Okay.
So we always stand by Pacquiao, and I will say, call a personal number that we can call. Maybe we can do 1 or 2 day visit to Mambakwe that we all can move from place to place to do the same counseling and see our country come forward before anything. Thank you.
Okay. Listen. Hello.
I want to laugh.
Are you going to help support the petition that he sent? The petition that is. He sent
If
to-
Pacquiao can take my number and call me, I can be part of the petition because we
Okay.
want this thing to really happen. It's my number there, anyway, 12.
Yeah, I already got it. Okay, thank you ever so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, just text it to him. He call me, I will appear.
Okay, thank you so much for your contribution.
Thank you.
Okay, 0777 907 907 and 0887 111 107 0887 111 107 is the Lone Star line, and 0777 907 907. This caller, hello, what's your name? Hello, you are live on the radio. Hello. Okay, we lost that call. But keep your calls coming to 0777 907 907. Sorry. I'm so sorry about that. We have him, Mr. Maxime Pacquiao, in studio today, and you listen to him lengthily discussing about the importance of the banning of hookah or shisha in Liberia because it's very dangerous to our health. I'm saying our because I'm a young person too. Even if I was smoking or not, we are all into that category. So it's going to affect us, this generation. So there's a need that the government ban it as soon as possible to save our future generation. So let's hear you. 0777 907 907 and 0887 111 107. Hello.
Good afternoon, my dear brother. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Welcome. What is your name and where you call from?
My name is James P. Murphy. I'm calling from New York Community, Kingsville.
Okay, welcome, James.
Yeah, thank you very much for our important program, my dear brother.
Yeah.
I support everyone who is there with you. You know, my brother in this country now, myself sometimes I see the children tears can come down from my eyes. I'm elderly Mexican to you. I'm now a little boy.
Yeah.
So I know how, sometimes, some of us have children. So we see all about children outside there, the tears come down from our eyes. Tears come down from our eyes. I mean, 2 years from now, you will see we have no good leadership in this nation because the children who live on, they are not spoiled, they are dying.
Okay.
They are dying on a daily basis. You have to for me now, I don't really have the end, but I will pray to God. I will continue to pray to God so that God can really speak to our leaders in this nation for it to be dissolved. I suppose, brother, in the situation, we 100%. You hear my brother?
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for our important program, my dear brother. God continue to bless you and your family. Yeah?
Thank you. Thank you all so much.
Yeah.
Let's talk to Pascal David. Pascal, welcome.
Thank you. Philip.
Today we decide to put aside politics and talk about our health.
Well, you got politician in it. Talk to put aside politics.
Okay, go ahead.
This is Matthew who was here talking about human rights violation in the last 6 years. today he
Okay,
has come to talk about.
just get straight to the point. Today we are talking
So
about
I'm
health.
going to the point. So you can't take politics from this discussion because
Go
the
ahead.
man
Let's
who
hear
is
you.
discussing this is a politician. So we
Okay.
expect that Martin will be more of how follow, especially with the kind of way the country has been managed. So all of us are concerned. These are
Okay.
people we've been finding water yet. So I mean, to come here and say we're supposed to talk, I don't know what kind of thing you talk about shisha and no kind of thing. I mean, it's on the rampant because
Why?
the government, because the officials are the ones everywhere you turn on social media. It is official government who are smoking shisha. I mean, we're learning from. I'm saying we because if the vast people are into that, what do you think? I'm not into that. I don't smoke. I don't drink. But they sin after the dealers. The other day we heard the president told drug test. How many of the switchers are taking drug tests to serve as an example to the young people who are supposed to follow them? I mean, you can't come here and come to Boston. There are worse things are happening than just smoking shisha. They're learning it from the leaders. Go to no stress. Go there. Philip, you just soon throw for no stress. And see also what no shisha is there. They smoke it every day in the night, in the evening, in the morning.
Well, that's why he is saying he has been he has generalized it. He's not saying certain people should smoke it, other people should not smoke it. He said,
free gate at no stress.
yeah.
There's free gate at no stress. As soon as Martin leaves your studio, he's going to Bwaka to meet him. You're going to set on no stress. So we don't want people. Man, the only reason why people will not let us because for us we're very honest and rational. We will speak the way we see things.
Because he's attached to Mr. Bwaka, he has no right to talk about the health of our generation, the future generation.
I didn't say so. So let him start thinking about some of the people who are involved. Let us be real to say, let's stop it. Let officials stop it. So if you have a free day and no stress where people go there to smoke shisha and he said well of it, and you come here, you don't even mention a single area where these things are happening, and you want us to believe you, it's sad. So for us, we know him. I'm just saying, don't come here and talk about shisha. There are worse are happening in the country. Human violation. You were very hard in the last regime. Why are you not speaking? Why are you not speaking now? And you want us to sit there and read that, oh, he has come here to talk about shisha. Go not buy into those kind of things. You know, Philip, you don't know them, but we know them. And when they speak, we come here and see us because our people are suffering, our young people are studying, and we have to stick to it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I've worked with Mr. Pacquiao for some time, and well, I don't think he's going to respond to that. But let's take more calls. 0777 907 907. Let's talk to this caller. Hello.
Yeah. Hello, Uncle.
Yeah, welcome. What's your name?
Joseph Sumo or Clinic.
Okay, Mr. Small, let's hear you. The studio guest is, calling for the government to ban shisha. I think you know shisha, right?
Yeah. Well, for me, I'm a young boy.
Okay.
I'm a youth.
All right. So are you in support of his call for the banning of shisha on the Liberian market?
Exactly too. Because most of my friends who are queer together, if I see all the street while traveling past by name, I can feel for them. Yeah. I can feel for them. We all ride over together. So now I don't want to be part of that. I'll part of them. But I can see them. So when they say they will fall down on the car and all.
That's the push.
That's the push. And I know it. So I agree. I support it all the time.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. 0777 907 907. This is Blaze FM, and the program is the Roundtable. Today we have today we are discussing about our health, right? Where the studio guest for today is saying that according to his own survey conducted, there are a lot of people, currently as we speak, a lot of people are dying because they smoke shisha. People are suffering from cancer because they smoke shisha. And smoking shisha is very dangerous to your health. And if you don't believe it, you should go on the internet and search and place in the effect of smoking shisha. But today he wants the government to make sure and ban the importation of shisha and even the sale of it on the Liberian market. Hello.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Welcome. What's your name? Your line is bad. You are coming in broken. So can you just take maybe 1 or 2 steps? Okay, he gone off the line. But keep your calls coming. The Lone Star line is here. 0777907 is the orange line, and 0887 is the Lone Star line, and you're gonna be live on the program here on Blaze FM 90.7. Now, I was kind of reading something before I decided to take the course, but keep your calls coming. I will take them. This is okay. Let's talk to this person here. Hello, what's your name? Hello,
Yeah.
hello. Oh, okay. So, I was reading this for the benefit of everyone. They say in the quest of fighting against this substance, which is posing serious future health challenges or challenge, several countries across the world have placed a ban on the importation, sale, and consumption of it, including Afghanistan, Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania, Ghana, the Gambia, and many other countries, like you are making mention of earlier on, and many other countries. These nations are not more civilized than Liberia. These nations do not care more for their citizens than Liberia. With the other voice of you, our lawmakers, the future of this generation and generations to come can be secure. Smoking shisha can also harm a baby in a womb. Smoking shisha can lead to premature birth, lower breath weight, resulting in having a sickly, that is, sickly and small baby. Okay, so these are some of the effects. But let me take some of your calls and come back to Mr. Pacquiao, 0777 my studio guest today is pushing for the banning of shisha in Liberia, both the importation and the sales of this hookah on the Liberian market, if possible, even those are consuming it should be banned. All right. So let me come back to you. Even though we are still going to take some more calls, but let me come back to you for your response to a few of the callers who did place their call.
Well, we want to say thank you so much for those of you who have expressed, maybe wanting to
I
join.
just texted you the fellow from Mount Barclays number.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We
So
will, we will get back to you, and when once we start this particular tournament, we are hoping to have very soon. We will do continue doing it, let them continue to do it. But my job now is to talk about it, to raise awareness, to tell the young people that it is dangerous, or to tell anybody that is smoking it or that are taking these chemicals in there that you this is why you never knew about it. But I'm here to tell you about it, and this is how it looked like, and this is how you are going to end up if you continue it. So once, I mean, as I am focused on this, there's nobody I'm going to listen to who will want to distract me or so. I'm sitting here. I've been sponsoring my sister with small business, long time in the UK. But since last year, she added shisha pipe into it. I told her I'm not going to help you anymore, and I'm going to and I told her, I say, I am on the even on the campaign to ban this particular thing you're selling here, which is shisha. And as I speak here, she's listening to me. I got family members that are even doing entertainment, places or so, that are now going to be affected. But I don't care about them. Who I care for? The young generation. Who I care for? Generations that are not here now, but they will come tomorrow. Phillips, I don't. My children are all in the UK. Why do I even have to do this? I don't have to do it. But because I care about this country, I love my country, and I love the people of this country, especially
Okay.
young people. That's what I'm
So
doing.
so let's hold you and talk to this caller. Hello, what's your name?
Good afternoon. This is Faustine here.
Okay, welcome. Let's hear you.
Well, in 100% support of banning fish in Liberia because
Mhm.
half of our brothers are just suffering in the town here in the name of shisha and kush. So I do support the idea banning those things in Liberia.
Mm. Okay, so that means if there's any march for the banning of shisha, you're going to join the march.
I will actually support it 100%.
Okay, thank you all so much. There is this thing I went somewhere one time. One of the because we are not calling names here,
Yep.
though. I went to a very big entertainment center, and people were buying shisha, but they were mixing it with other
Yeah,
substances.
they do. Yeah, they do.
And I observed the person who was smoking the shisha.
Mhm.
Like she wasn't normal
Mhm.
at all. There are other people who smoke shisha, though it's dangerous, but for the time being, they'll wake up, they go home, walk straight, and be perfect. But she was off completely, totally
Yeah,
off.
yeah, and that's why the medical people are saying
Mm.
that even your brain, it will damage it.
Okay.
You will have mental health problems. This thing is not the only the three type of tobacco that actually normally where it comes from, that is smoked. But nowadays they mix whole lot of different substances there
Okay.
and light it up and smoke it. But here is it. Now, normally when I go to young people, when I'm talking to them in schools or go to church or so, I can ask them whether if somebody get TB, tuberculosis, whether they can go around to bluff with it and say, I get TB, I get TB.
Nobody.
They can say no. I said, but then just imagine now, I will ask about 4, 5, 6, 7 friends, you let go and smoke shisha. But I get TB, but nobody knows. And then I go, we all smoke that thing from that one pipe.
From the one pipe, yeah.
By the time you are leaving from there, don't you think you are carrying TB home? Most of them can say, oh yeah, the uncle, and they can nod their heads and things. So this is how dangerous this is. And sometimes, Philip, sometimes I go to this entertainment center, I see bigger guys, that pipe, the front of it, the end of it, they can take it from there and place another one. So I see people changing it when you reach to their turn to drag.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, what's about the salavas that are passing through the pipes and going in the water burning and thing. So are you saying that you are free absolutely from the TB that other person get to pass on to you or other diseases and thing? Whether it could be hepatitis as well and thing. You are not free. So this is how dangerous this thing is. There's nothing to bluff about. And this is why, for me, I've decided to sacrifice myself, my resources. I put it into it to run this campaign. if every day I go to that school every morning and speak to the young people, and one or two persons decide that from that day they are not going to go near shisha, they are not going to go near kush, I will be happy, and God will bless them too.
Okay.
Yeah, not only me.
So I asked you earlier on. I made mention of foreigners like the Indians, the Lebanese,
Yeah,
the Chinese, because those people smoke their hookah or their shisha into their own in clubs, their own clubs they have for themselves, and sometimes in their homes, and people don't see them smoking it.
yeah.
How is it going to work if this thing is being banned?
Well, this is uh, where you will see the power of lawmaking
Okay,
and the power of government. Because if the government say, "Do not do this," when you do it, you break the law, and once you
but the
break the
government
law, you
said
got to be
the government
punished.
against drugs, but
Yeah,
we still seeing people with the influx of drugs in Liberia. They're still
granted.
fighting it.
Yeah, granted, Philip. But at the end of the day,
Mhm.
it's all about the reinforcement of the law. And that's why we're seeing. I mean, even though as compared to maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, I think the fight against drug is gaining ground because our DEA, LDA, they are vigilant, and they are doing work. All we need is to raise the alarm, to increase the awareness raising, to also increase our call and remind our lawmakers, especially our lawmakers, to tell them that this thing, you need to get on the bandwagon. Let's fight it together.
I have this message from a friend of mine who sent it to my personal number. He said, "Good afternoon, Tony. Thanks for hosting Mr. Pacquiao. I've been following him for a very long time. The issue he is raising is a grave concern, and the legislature, including the presidency, and every Liberian need to take this serious because this is about the health of our country. Secondly, the government is against drugs, but people are still importing it. But that is totally illegal. But the importation of shisha, according to him, is not illegal. So now the government can make it illegal to avoid the inflow of shisha in the country. I do agree with him 100%, Emmanuel Thomas.
He's on track. To be honest, yeah, he's on track, and that's why we are doing this. That look, you can control this. You can be like other countries. You can be like the United Kingdom. Put a ban on it. That when somebody break the rules of engagement, they should face the full weight of the law. Look, my brother, these people you mentioned, they are only after their money.
Okay.
And majority of them, in fact, are selling this thing. Their children are not even here in this country.
And
They
if they are
import
here,
it.
they don't smoke
They
it.
don't
Don't allow them
smoke it.
smoke it.
Yeah, they don't smoke it. I have Lebanese friends. I have Indian friends, both in the UK and here. I go visit them, but I had some. Most of them I hardly see. They
They
sell
import
it.
it,
They
yeah.
import it and sell it at a high quantity also. So these are my good friends. That some of them I can go to anytime. Even if I don't go to them, they call me and they come visit me also. They're doing this business, and I'm saying no. I'm not going to allow you to continue to do the
So that
business.
leads me to ask you, how are those people that you are always around, like maybe your close friends that you making mention, your close friends,
Yeah,
some of your folks in the Restoring
whole
Hope
foundation.
Foundation,
Yeah.
what are their response to your quest?
Well, that's why the young people. I mean, but bulk of them are young people. That's why, in fact, they have joined the campaign. They are leading the campaign.
Okay.
They are great lieutenants, and in fact, uh, one of the youngest among us is the one that the sport director for the organization.
Mhm.
He's the one just suggested this particular tournament, and I mean, for the tournament to be hosted in another very highly challenged community, which is the Duporo area as
Okay.
well.
Yeah.
So obviously, the young people are actually driving the wheels of this campaign, and I'm so thrilled about that. Sometimes I don't even have to be on the ground, but they go in communities and raise awareness. They go in communities and talk and give leaflets out and things. So I'm glad that young people are on board, and I'm even much more glad today that every station I go to talk about this issue, I will, I will have all of the colors supporting the call for the banning of the importation of
Like
this.
they are doing here 0777907 You can still be a part of the program. Let's talk 0777907 and 0887 These are the numbers to call and be live on the program here on Blaze FM 90.7. My next question to you is
Mhm.
um in your advocacy, most especially your quest to petition the government to ban the sale of hookah
Mhm.
or probably shisha as it is commonly known in Liberia.
Yeah.
Um, have you tried visiting schools, churches, mosques, other institution, both government and private institution, you know, carry on this awareness before that is, if it is possible, the lawmakers can pass this into law.
Yeah, like I said, between 2022 to now, I think we have done what 50 schools
50
already.
schools.
Yeah.
Okay.
What like I said, whether I'm here or not,
Okay.
uh,
You have your team on the
every
ground.
morning, yeah, we go to a school during devotion time. We take about 2 3 minutes and talk to our young people. In fact, once I'm on the ground now, in fact, I just put the whole thing on my head. Every morning I will wake up 7 o'clock. I'm to this school. I
Okay.
go and talk to our young people. When
Doing
they,
devotion.
yeah, sometimes I engage some pastors. I say, "This is what I'm doing. I would like to come and talk to your people."
Your
And
congregation.
the pastor will invite me, and I go. I share. So most of the places where I go, even after the church service or during the church service, I share this information. I mean, you see adults responding positively. You see young people responding positively. So the campaign, we will continue to engage. And now we are. This is why we've decided. Uh, Adding schools and churches or religious institutions to it. We want to now step out in the communities and go closer to ghettos, go
To the ghettos.
within the ghettos,
Okay.
and then share this information. Maybe bring those guys, our brothers and our
But
sisters.
according to my own observation, the shisha is not mostly smoking the ghetto unless kush.
Yeah,
Kush
that's
is
why we
used.
added kush there.
Okay.
So I mean, it's all they all. I mean, all the substance. So they are substance. Once you get into it, you're abusing substance also. Kush, shisha, and all other things they take. So when we are engaging vulnerable people like that, we talk in the broad spectrum of smoking in general. So whether we can tell them, so even smoking small cigarette is also dangerous. Going near kush is not good. Even shisha, if you have the opportunity to do that. I know shisha is from now about now it should be from about $5 and up to 20, 25, $30. So I mean, we just tell them the truth as well. So reaching out to even to ghettos, I think it will serve well, because these are the people that we label, but at the same time we are making them to be going into where they have gone, and they can some of them can't even return. So we'll continue to battle it out. I know, like you said, in terms of business,
Yeah.
uh a
Someone,
lot of
so,
people are
someone may
listening
say,
right now.
but if you ban the sale of shisha or the importation of shisha, that's another means of, cutting down government revenue generation.
Then I will ask you, if we allow this to raise money, but then at the same time in the next 10
The
15
citizens are
years,
dying,
in the next 15
young
years,
people.
yeah, and you have a challenge, cardiovascular diseases start rising up. And when you go to JFK, you go to Catholic Hospital, they tell you, say, this signal, we can't make it here. I say, India. in this bush. I mean, bush, and seeing our young generation in there, living there, and just taking in drugs or so. Come on, man. What kind of a society is this? So it's all about me being concerned about this country, about me loving my country, about me loving my people. That's why I am doing this. That's why I'm investing my time. I even investing my resources. This is not everything, we're doing. It's not free.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
just to print a leaflet, it's not free. So what's about the risks? We take every day, moving up and down, going from one community to another. So all of those things is because of the shared love and care I have for my country and people.
Okay, folks, 07779079077. We're taking few more calls and then relieve Mr. Pacquiao of his cozy seat this evening on Blaze FM and the program The Roundtable. Let's hear you 07779079077 and 0887 He is pushing for the sale, that's the banning of shisha in Liberia, the banning of shisha, the importation of shisha, and even the consumption of shisha. He won the legislature, that's the House of Representatives, to pass a bill on that, a law banning shisha in Liberia like they did with the cigarette. Now let me come to you. We may mention earlier on that there was or there is a ban on
Cigarette.
public
Public smoking.
smoking,
Yeah,
but it is not as strong and effective as it is. People are still smoking.
exactly.
So why if the legislature say, okay, yeah, we want to please Mr. Pacquiao, and let's help to save our younger generation, and then they pass the law, and then the entire law turns so reluctant, and people get ready don't care. What are people smoking? The only thing they should not see people are sitting smoking, but what are you can smoke in your house? You can buy it, you sit alone and smoke it or not, nothing. Because the popular smoking we talk about, you can buy a cigarette in the street, and maybe because one or two, three person around, you can go behind the horse and go sit down and smoke it. You are alone there. You are not in public. So why if similar thing happen with the issue of the shisha you are pleading for today?
Well, we pray that it shouldn't happen, and we pray that our mothers and our fathers, our grandfathers, our grandmothers that are in the Capitol building can actually see reason. And we also pray that even the health minister will add the voice there as well to see into it that this thing it takes shape. Uh, Once a law is passed, I think the only thing that is needed now is to police the law. That's why you have institution like the Ministry of Commerce, because if you ban the importation of it and we continue to see it on the market, then there where the problem will be as well. But if right now it is called for banning, and the law is passed, then obviously Ministry of Commerce will have to take get on the feet to make sure that inspections go on. Nothing is on the counter. Nothing is at the entertainment center. All of that, they are all asked to be removed or confiscated. And then the reinforcement now would be the Ministry of Commerce and the LDEA going back to do investigation, to do monitoring, whether the law is holding also. So now, but by the time, I mean, maybe people begin to face heavy punishment, especially those that will be importing it, to face heavy punishment, I think it will start going down with the people. So all we want, let the law be passed first. Let the agreement be there first and say, yes, we recognize this thing is dangerous. That time will come, generations will come, time will come, our generation will be depleting instead of growing. So let's ban it. All we want now is for that step to be taken, and then the next thing is the monitoring and also the evaluation of it, whether it's working or so. And if it is not working, then to reinforce it by virtue of what people going to investigate, to monitor whether it is being done or not. Those who breaking the laws now, they can be continued to be punished.
All right. Finally, before maybe I can have you saying your final word on the show today, what is the main aim of Restoring Hope Foundation International? What is your
Well,
work?
we were funded actually to come in and also face the gap like we were doing for JFL. We were advocating, but at the same time, we're heavily involved in humanitarian service.
Okay.
We made a lot of donations in Liberia during that time as well. Even the Liberia National Police, one of the two governments, the government of Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and the government of former President George Weah as well. We brought huge consignment of reflective jackets and donated to the two different police RGs as well. Yes, we'll continue. So we are a humanitarian organization.
So
Our
besides the
focus
advocacy,
in
besides
our
the petitioning, you have other activities you're working on
yeah,
as well.
our focus point actually is to help in the future. Of course, we're already providing scholarships for less fortunate children,
Okay.
but we mainly want to focus heavily on helping children with disability, whom their parents are not sending to school, whether they are sitting out in the village, but because of their perception that once you have the disability, you will just become, you will just
We see
be
them passing
somebody.
by around here
Yeah,
carrying their children instead of the children
yeah,
being in school.
uh-huh.
They hold their hands passing
So
around begging.
yeah, my organization, what we are hoping to do now in the near future, when we begin to raise funding, is to find money, go from one town to another village to another, and we'll see that disabled child sitting home. We want to send them to school, pay their school fees, and look after them until even they can reach to the point of going to vocational training institution and learn something. And also, our work also will be to work with school dropouts, whether they're women, whether they're that man, but then they reach to a certain place, maybe no way to continue to finish high school or so, or maybe the girl got pregnant when she was in the ninth grade, and since she gave birth, she no longer want to go to school. So what we want to also come in is to serve as a kind of a rescue organization where we can recommend to you vocational training. Look, ma, even though you didn't finish high school, but you can still go to vocational training institution and learn how to plait hair and learn how to be a beautician. No, my man, you can still go, say you didn't finish high school, but it's not late. You can still go and learn plumbing. You don't need to learn plenty book to become a plumber. You don't need to learn plenty book to become electrical,
Yeah.
person to go and electrify somebody's house. So these are the area we are aiming at to go into and be able to rescue some of our citizens to help give them future as well.
Okay.
Our funding will be depending on, like I said, I told you in a text that I have authored 3 textbooks for
Yeah.
Liberia, elementary school levels. My whole aim about this particular books, when once they come into business, is not to eat the money, me and my children, but I want to put it in the bank account of this organization, and this just work I've just the humanitarian work I've just explained to you. This money will be used for that intended purpose. That when we find this child, we want to sponsor them. We'll take the money from there, from the sale of these books, and they will go towards sponsoring that child as well. So that's how this organization is going to survive as well.
Okay, so for another in 30 seconds, I'm going to allow you to maybe say goodbye to your
But
audience.
I just have to say we appreciate you very, very much for giving us the opportunity today to appear on your show for the first time on the radio station. We also want to appreciate all of the callers. Those are having interest. Just continue to listen. We might likely come back as soon as we put our first tournament together. We would like for you to come and join us in Tuporo so that we all can do the campaign together.
Okay, his name is Maxine Pacquiao, Ambassador Maxime Pacquiao. They're speaking. As a matter of fact, he is the the founder and former executive director of Justice Forum Liberia, founder and CEO of Restoring Hope Foundation International, one of the lead campaigners of who is calling for the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Code for Liberia. He has been here discussing the petition sent to the national legislature for the banning of shisha in Liberia, the sale as well as the importation. Well, folks, we all are Liberians, and whenever someone is up to do something for the interest of the country, I know you may all not be in support, but majority carry the rules. So let us all support Mr. Pacquiao and his team, and let's see how best the issue of shisha can be curtailed or can be banned. My name is Anthony Phillips. On behalf of the entire production team here today, this is how I'd like to go home on this presentation of the Roundtable. I'll talk to you tomorrow, same time, same station, right here on Blaze FM.